Welcome to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. Yes, I am the Lone Ranger, and I thank you so much for tuning in today. We got a lot of things to cover. You know, we've seen some interest rates changing. We've gotten a whole lot better on interest rates, and I want to just talk a little bit about that so everybody has got a pretty clear idea as to what, when, and why, and is this likely to persist. So the market has actually improved. When I talk about the market, I mean the bond market has improved dramatically in the last 3 weeks. We've seen substantial reduction in interest rates, and we're all taking advantage of that. I locked several people in the fives. I locked some people in the sixes, and I've got investors in the sevens. So, you know, even on my bank statement loan, you can be in the sevens. You really can. I had a client call me the other day. She said she got pre-qualified. Now, she had terrible credit, okay? It was like in the 500s. But she said she got quoted an 8% interest rate on an FHA loan by a lender. And I said, run. She goes, oh, no, but he's very nice. I said, okay, then stay with him. You should do that. She says, well, what kind of rate are you getting me? And I said, well, I'm looking in the low sixes and possibly the fives because the builder's paying all your closing costs and we can do a buy down. She says, yeah, that's better. Yeah, you think? You think? So listen, here's why you use me. First of all, I will never lie to you. I will not try to persuade you into buying something or getting a product that you shouldn't get ever, and neither will my staff. We are here to cater to you. My reputation is everything to me. I do not want anybody ever thinking I bait and switched them or I overcharged them ever. I want you and my listeners to be out there going, that's my buddy. That's the Lone Ranger. He'll be the one to take care of you. That's what I do. And that's what I want. And God forbid anybody ever had any different opinion of me. It would break my heart. So I want you to know you can count on me. You can count on me to make sure that you and your family have all the right information and you've got all the tools to make an informed decision when it comes to your mortgage. Now, listen, when I price out a mortgage, it's not uncommon for me to get on a Zoom call with a client and pull up my competitors' interest rates. I'll share their interest rates with you with whatever they're posted online. Why not? I'm transparent. Let's do it together. Let's pull them up together. We'll look at it. I pulled up Rocket Mortgage with a client the other day on a Zoom call, and they went, yeah, Bruce, their rate was lower than yours. I said, let's dive a little deeper. You've got a 729 credit score. For you to get that rate, you have to have a 780. You're putting down 5%. To get that rate, you have to put down 20%. Now, if you had a 780 credit score and we're putting down 20%, I will beat their rate too. But they were also charging 2.5 points right off the bat. Come on, you guys, don't fall for that stuff. Just because Rocket does a bunch of advertising, stop getting sold. It's just like social media. You hear this stuff enough times and you start to believe it. It's just a bunch of hogwash. I'm telling you right now, these are companies that spend millions and millions of dollars to convince you that their product is the best. Now, you hear ads on the radio of mine. My radio show is not an ad. It's an informational show. I am considered one of WDBO's Ask the Experts. So they rely on me to make sure I'm an expert. They didn't put me on this show because I'm willy-nilly. They didn't put me on this show because I don't do a great job. They didn't put me on this show because I don't know what I'm talking about. They put me on this show because I make sure that I convey the right information to you, my consumer. Write my phone number down, 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313, or WeBringYouHome.com. My boners down in Tampa at 813-213-4009. Write that down, 813-213-4009, or WeBringYouHome.com. In the next segment, we're going to talk a little bit about inflation, what interest rates are doing. We're going to talk about some builders and some investment transactions. Right now, I want to let you know that there's about $17 million worth of Hometown Heroes money if you make less than $132,000 a year. If you're a first-time home buyer and if your credit score is 640 or greater, I may be able to get you up to $35,000 towards your down payment and closing costs. How do you like that? Now, if you are one of those people who says, I'm less than 132, but I think my credit score is only 620. Get a hold of me immediately. Matter of fact, go to webringyouhome.com and apply for the mortgage. I'm going to help you fix your credit. Let's get it up 20 points. I'll help you get it up. I'll show you what you need to do. So do it right now. webringyouhome.com. Now I want to talk about an epidemic that's happening in the industry or in our country because of inflation. A lot of people spend a lot of money. They put money on credit card. They're trying to make ends meet. So they put a bunch of money on a credit card and you start to get a little over your head. Well, then you're all of a sudden looking at all this debt and you're wondering which bill won't get paid this month. If you own a home and you have equity in that home and you have debts, car loans, consumer loans, credit card loans, I want you to call me right away. Because if you get to a point where one of those payments are late, you could eliminate the opportunity to tap into your equity. Because if you're late, then you're not going to get a mortgage. And then nobody's going to give you another credit card. So call me before you're ever going to be late, because there may be an opportunity to consolidate all that debt into one loan and save you money and get you back on your feet again. Listen, I had a client recently. They had a 3.5% interest rate. They didn't want to refinance the house. They called me about a home equity. They wanted $25,000 for a home equity. Now, that $25,000 would have added about $300 a month worth of additional debt to them, but they wanted to do some work on the house. So I looked at them and I went, yeah, you got a $1,500 payment. You're only paying 3.5% on your mortgage, but you have 2 car loans and they equal about $1,150 a month. You have $1,500 a month in credit card and other loan debt, $1,500 a month, right? So then if I gave them the home equity, it'd be another $300. When I added it all up, they were at $5,000 a month is how much they would be paying for all of their debts. So I convinced them to refinance rather than take the money. I refinanced them. I gave them $25,000. I paid off all their debts, including their cars, all their credit cards, and gave them $25,000. Their new payment was $2,500. I saved them $2,500 a month. $2,500 a month. I saved them. Now listen. The lady, the wife came to me and said, I know, but God, I hate paying my car loans over 30 years. I said, well, you shouldn't. Why would you do that? I just saved you $2,500 a month. She goes, okay, what do I do? Then, just pay extra on the cars? I said, no, we paid your cars off. I said, take your $2,500. Matter of fact, keep $1,000. Take $1,500 of the $2,500 I'm saving you and put it down on your mortgage. She says, oh, what would that do? I punched in the calculation. I said, your house will be paid off in 10.5 years. So she says, 10.5 years. She says, you mean I have no car loans, no credit card, and no mortgage in 10.5 years? I said, no, you have no credit cards and no car loans right now. You have a mortgage. But if you accelerate that mortgage with $1,500 a month, remember, I'm saving you $25,000. You'll have that house paid for in 10.5 years. You want to put all $2,500? You pay it off in 8 years. There you go. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Loan Arranger. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help you. I understand money. Hey, I'm a 10th grade dropout. How could a 10th grade dropout be so smart? Why would a 10th grade dropout be educating high-level professors, which I do, doctors, physicians, engineers, CPAs on money? Because most of you, regardless of your higher education, do not understand how money works and how to leverage it. And most of you out there spend more money than you make. You think that the credit card is free money and you'll just charge up the credit card and, it's that instant gratification. I have to have that jet ski. I have to have that side by side. I have to have that 80-inch screen TV. but it's all opulence. And then you wonder why you don't have any money. You're going to go into retirement piss poor. Don't do that. Call the Loan Arranger, 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com or 813-213-4009. One more time, 813-213-4009. I will consolidate your debt. I will keep you alive. I will make you safe, and we will fix this situation. But you must make a promise to yourself that you won't get yourself back into that hole, and I'll help you. All right? So listen, that's debt consolidation. Now, veterans, you should be looking at a possible rate reduction. So you're going to get hammered by all kinds of companies that act like they're VA. They're not VA. You call the Loan Arranger. He's the VA. The Loan Arranger will take care of you. I will crush USAA, Veterans United, all them. Crush them. So you don't have to go anywhere else for your money. Right here. If you want to buy new construction, why not get your closing costs paid? If you're a realtor, let me get you over to Trinity Family Builders or over to Southern Homes. They'll pay a handsome commission for you. Now, listen, if you're a seller and you're selling a home, you have the option now to not pay a buyer's agent's commission. You don't have to pay it. You never actually did. But now the listing agent can't even advertise it in the MLS. Now, I think that's a big mistake. But I'm going to tell all of you sellers out there right now, don't be foolish. We want people to bring us buyers. Your listing agent should be the one making a 0.5% commission. The buyer's agent should be making 4% commission. They're the one bringing the deal. The listing agent just put a sign in the yard and put you into MLS. He didn't even do it. He had his assistant do it, or she. So when you're hiring a listing agent, I want you to call me. I'll get you an agent that'll list your home for a bargain. They'll give you 25% discount. And if you're a buyer, you call the Loan Arranger. I'll connect you with the best real estate agent in your area, and they'll give you 25% of their commission back to you to use towards closing costs and escrows. You can't go wrong. It's called the Loan Arranger Real Estate Rebate Program. I know it's a mouthful. I've tried to come up with a shorter name, but I can't get the point across. So I just called it what it is, the Loan Arranger Real Estate Rebate Program. If you're an investor and you can't show me your tax returns, great, leave them at home. I have a DSCR, debt service coverage ratio loan. The only income I need is the income from the rent on the property that you want to buy. That's all I need. So if you are interested in purchasing a home as an investor, you just give the Loan Arranger a call. I'll take care of you. That's what I do. If you are looking for hard money, you can't qualify, but you got a ton of money to put down. Maybe your credit sucks, but you got a bunch of money to put down. I can close you as a commercial loan in the name of an LLC. You call the Loan Arranger. I'll get you fixed up. If you're a physician, how would you like 0 down payment, no PMI? How about that? That's the Loan Arranger. I got it right here. Reverse mortgages. For all of us geezers out there that don't want to make a mortgage payment anymore, we're sitting on a bunch of equity, a reverse mortgage might be the right thing for you. Now, listen, I discourage about 80% of the people that call me for reverse mortgages. I discourage them. Why? Because I don't think they're right, but they're right for some of you. If you have a hefty savings account and you absolutely don't need the money from a reverse mortgage, don't do it. But if you're living paycheck to paycheck and Social Security isn't cutting it for you, then a reverse mortgage might be the right thing for you or a family member. So call the Loan Arranger at 407-706-3313 or 813-213-4009. All right. Inflation has cut back. We're seeing interest rates improve. Sellers are still willing to pay closing costs, but as these rates continue to drop, you're going to see less and less enthusiasm when it comes to paying any of your closing costs or even doing repairs. So if that is the case for you, then call me, let me help you. I will help you with that. But I will tell you, there isn't a loan program that exists out there that I don't have. I've got the best bridge loan I've ever seen. I've got a bridge loan that if you don't literally sell the house you currently have after you've purchased the new one, I'll buy it from you in 120 days. How do you like that? I'll give you 75% of the money out of your current house to put down on the new one. I'll give you 120 days to sell it. If it doesn't sell in 120 days, I buy it. How do you like that? That's the Lone Ranger, man. I told you I got more stuff than you could ever imagine. I got cannabis loans. I've never done one, but I have them. So I don't know. Maybe you need a cannabis loan, and it's not to buy cannabis. Okay. I think it's for cannabis businesses. Right. But we don't have them really here. It's not opened up yet. However, I am voting yes on Amendment 3. That's what I'm going to do. No more arresting people for marijuana. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Nobody should go to jail for marijuana, period. I was born in 1959. I turned 65 on Thursday. Okay. Believe me, I've seen my fair share of weed. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't think anybody should be arrested for it. Now, alcohol's worse, much worse, much worse. So vote yes on Amendment 3, please. All right. We got a Fed meeting on September 18th. There's about a 50-50 chance that the Fed's going to lower the Fed rate. So there may be an opportunity there.